What's up, YouTube? Dazu here with another deck profile on the Rescue Rabbit Tour Guide Dino shit. So this is going to be the build I'm taking to regionals this Saturday. 42 cards, 21 monsters, 11 spells, and 10 traps. So it's a little more trap heavy than it was before, but it needs to be because in the mirror match you got to get some of those fucking guys off the board. So let's get down to it. Quick and easy today. First off, triple tour guide. Gotta have the guides. The Leviair plays are so crucial for this deck. If you can Leviair with a Logi on board and make a Dolka right after that, you pretty much have the game in the bag. So triple guide is necessary. Also, you got to make the Leviathan in the mirror match, or you can make the Zen mains and post on it if you want to. The triple rabbit. What's the Rescue Rabbit Dinos without the Rescue Rabbits? He's like the crop of the deck. Without him, you couldn't really do anything with the dinos, so yeah, self-explanatory on those. For regionals, I'm playing triple maxi. You gotta play triple maxi. It's just like too good. I mean, I don't wanna play the triples, but you have to because you just have to have it against all these decks, especially when you're up at the top seats. There's no way around it. I could just do 41 and drop a C and just be like that, but it's just it's more security having the triple Cs. It's not that big of a deal. Triple Guaibas, again, really good card for a few matchups and really good for the first few turns, especially against plants. They kind of become worthless in the mirror match, so you would just take them out, but the Guaibas are there, of course. Triple Sabersaurus, and then the triple Cabazuls. You gotta have the vanillas, otherwise, the rabbit's not really going to target anything. The Sangin, crucial. One of the best cards of the format, so it has to be there, and it's a tour guide target. The Gores, of course, and then the Mole. You gotta have the Mole. Going on to the spells, like I said before, it's 11. So for Saturday, I'm adding in the Gold Sark. It's such a beneficial card. It gives you the surge. You usually want to pick out a tour guide or a rabbit. Sometimes you can pick out a power card like Dark Hole or Solemn Judgment just to seal the win on the next turn. But usually you'd want to summon a guide into guide and then make Leviair and then Sarko out a rabbit and make a Logia right there. That's a pretty good fucking first turn. So like if you do something like that, you got a lot of pressure on board already. I'm gonna main just double space at the regional instead of the 3 when I'm at locals, so it's more beneficial just having the 2. I'm not even playing Heavy Storm in the deck for regionals, like, you don't even need it. The Dark Hole, of course. Double Lances. I'm not going to play triples at regionals. It would just be a dead draw most of the time. But yeah, the Double Lance, of course. The Avarice. The Reborn. The Book of Moon. Then the Double Smashings. Really good, especially in the mirror match. Just especially going into game 2s when people throw in the Thunder Kings, you got to get those off the board. So traps, it's 10. It's a little more trap heavy than it was before, and of course for most people playing the deck. But I like the security, and I teched in one card that has been working really well. This deck has been performing to the standards that I thought it was going to have. So first off, the 2 warnings, mandatory. You gotta have them. Whatever. The 2 deep prisons, of course, really good. The Dust Shoot. I'm adding in Mirror Force. Like, the Dinos is like the only deck right now that could actually benefit from playing Mirror Force. It's really good against plants, and it's really good against the mirror match. Same with Bottomless. Maining the 1 Bottomless does a lot for you against all the decks. Plants, it stops the first turn TKRO. Dark Worlds, it stops like Graphas and shit without having nothing sighted in yet. Dinos, it stops the rabbit play immediately, removing all their vanillas. Teching a Compulse, just for the fact that you got, especially in the mirror match, like I got to get Dolka off board. You got to get the Zen mains off the board. When you're playing against plants, there's other things you can throw away, like if they don't have targets, you can throw a BLS back. There's so many things Compulse can do for you, so I'm going to play it just to try the 1. Then you got the Torrential and the Judgment. I mean, they're just staple fucking cards. You got to have them. Alright, so the side deck changes dramatically when I'm going to regionals. Like, this is nothing like how I played at locals. Of course, you have the double Cyber Dragons, like, that's just staple all over the place. But going into regionals, I will definitely play the double Fossil Dino Pachycephalosaurs. These shits are fucking dirty, and they do work. Like, not even just the effect to, when they're flipped, destroy all special monsters. Just summon them out of the hand when you have, like, a Lagia or a Doka on board, you pretty much have the game covered, because they can't do anything to beat that. They like plants can only like summon a Tengu and knock your Pachycephalo out. Like you have plenty of traps to stop that shit. Siding the Reaper, of course, like does a lot for you. It's so good against the mirror match. Like they can't stop it without having to waste smashings. The D-Fissures rapes every deck like silly. Siding the Storm, just in case, you know, play something that goes trap heavy. Might side it in against the mirror match, but probably not. I have the Dust Tornado for that. I'd rather just have MSTs and Dusts and not have to worry about blowing up my own shit, especially my Fiendish Chains. Um, but the Storm will go in against like GBs or Gravekeepers or like any of those gay frog decks or Chain Burns or all that shit. The MST, the third one, is going to be in the side. The double Shadow Mirrors against Dark Worlds. Self-explanatory, really, on the mirrors. Like double Fiendish Chain, of course. Card's so good right now. It does so much. And then playing one debunk, like even with the D-Fissure sided in, the one debunk will still be okay because you're not always gonna have D-Fissure. And I would like to have that extra piece of security right here, and this hits so many things. It's really good. And then the dust, just pretty much explained it before. It's like a fourth MST, and I prefer to have MSTs over Heavy Storm any day. Extra deck, it's pretty much the same as it was before. The mains, double Leviers, he's such a crucial card in the deck. The Leviathan, double Dolkas, two Lagias, the Utopia, Cataster, Brainiac, Black Rose, got a Ghost Rare one just for the hell of it, and a Stardust. Took out the Scrap Dragon, Trishula, and then the Scrap Dragon turned into Chimera Tech, because I don't want to have to side that. I'd rather just play it. Because I'm never going to Synchro into shit. If I do, I'm just going to make Stardust over Scrap Dragon every time. Scrap Dragon would not be beneficial for me at any point. But yeah, that's the deck. 42 cards. Pretty much, you know, it's good to go. Can't wait. It's going to wreck ass. But yeah, good luck to me. Yeah, right? See you guys later.